Well, good job. One more demolition task to go. And all we need to do is hook up our new train lines, I think. Probably clean them up a little bit. And also hook them up to the right track, not the wrong one. That one got unassigned, unfortunately, because I accidentally hooked it up to the demolition task. So we'll have to wait for the train to get here again. Let's not do a change right now and wait for the demolition to finish. Yep, that'll do. And then over here, I think just this should work, right? That would be correct. Hooking up the rail line here. And then I gotta wait for this one to get demolished. Yeah, I believe this is correct. We'll get these constructions started and assign them. And for one of the two constructions we need to make sure... wait a minute. Why are you oh, this one. No, that should be fine. Oh yeah, we have to build the bridge first, before we can assign the other one. That makes a lot of sense. Well, construction is underway, so let it be, I guess. After that is done, and we have reworked the area around our previous loading station, we can send out the iron trains again. Loading iron instead of iron ore at our new location. The export location would be the Baraslav Customs House still, until we need it for our steel mill area. And then we need to up the number of trains that we actually have, because then the delivery distance would be quite long. But yeah, I think I would be fine having a steel mill that runs at like half capacity or slightly less. I don't think a full capacity running steel mill would be in our interest. We don't have that much demand for steel, do we? Last year doesn't show up. It's a construction material. 700 tons. The steel mill produces quite a bit, so assumptions are that we had a steel mill that should produce 700. It can do that in about 20 days, less than 20 days, with 43 tons per day at maximum production. So in 2 months we would have enough production for the whole day. Hello Thailand Grandmaster, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Some vehicles are without fuel. Okay. Don't have a gas station here. We do need a fuel truck, I guess. I thought we added that. I guess we did not. So let's bring a fuel truck so that our third farm can also start working. Oil tank. Next harvest, our third farm will actually be up and running. We'll go grab fuel from Hellas, I think. I don't remember where the other ones are picking it up from, but I think this is probably the right choice. Load fuel here. Unload at this farm and keep running. And that should be the name. Hellas Fuel Trucks to Tabovina Large Farm 3. And if we check our other vehicles... Hellas Fuel, Tabovina Farm. Okay, so that's correct. And yeah, I expect to see some sowing happening next year. because harvest season has just started and it's a little bit too late for that. What's going on here? Why can't you turn around? I don't know. Just gonna call you home, I guess. Not sure why you're getting stuck. Other vehicles aren't. Are they? Oh, they are. Wait a minute. If you go back home here... Oh yeah, there's no way for you to leave. Well, good to know. Then there will be a junction here. That'll allow you to get back home. Sorry about that. There you go. Now you can actually travel. Construction train waiting too long? It's moving. Golata complaining about things. That is fine. We still have 721-year-olds out there on flats, so in general our population is doing well, even if some of the areas might not. Can't be helped. For the greater good and all of that. Because this isn't demolished yet, we will open the rail construction office and cancel this demolition task. And make it a little bit longer. About here. Let's join this first. And then make the demolition of all of this. Then we can put a smooth track in all the way here. And it'll look fine. Bridge construction ongoing. Last construction task, I assume. And then the rail line will be done. The lumber is already hooked up. The only thing missing would be the double tracking of our loading area. Hello Mega Monkey, welcome back. Smooth rails are the best. Excellent. That's why we go for smooth rails or death. No in between. Give me smooth rails or give me death. But yeah. We'll have a nice bridge here soon. Looks like the technical office is quite busy already. All the trucks are moving. Yeah. Guess we need more. Let's see. Construction waste. Construction waste is not assigned. That's the reason. Construction waste should go here. And the technical office in this area can theoretically help with that. Although that one is supposed to only handle the city, and the city does not produce that. So I guess we were missing the construction waste handling, and they were busy shoveling around mixed waste. Maybe this will work better now. But we will add 2 extra trucks. Still not sure if we should add a road down here. It would shorten the delivery distance quite a bit to the unloading station. Maybe we can have a road go along the rail line and then cutting through here. I think that would work well. Something like this. Then come up, go around this hill, cutting through it a little bit. Going here. to smoothen out that kink. There's a wire underneath, so better not to use the bulldozer, I guess. There we go, nice and smooth. That should probably speed up the delivery of waste to the mine area, construction waste and mixed waste from our iron ore processing. I think that road will help. Yeah, now they're transporting construction waste away. Very good. Bridge is done. We have to leave these signals be until we know all of the construction is done. But down here, we can change the signals already. This one doesn't need to be a chain signal. Neither does this. But over here, I think we need one. And then outgoing trains, incoming trains onto the correct lines. Remove that. And get some extra signals going. So this will have priority. The iron trains will have to wait. These ones will become chain signals. This one will become a regular signal. So a regular train can sneak in before the iron trains, because it will not go to the same loading station as the iron trains. And the iron trains will have to wait until this area is clear. Actually, no, both of them will have to have chain signals, otherwise there could be a traffic jam on that block. So scratch what I just said. How busy is the Royal Construction Office right now? The Royal Construction Office is a little bit busy. So we'll have to give it some time. You are heading to the wrong thing. You're gonna go towards Spyroslav Customs. And then we make sure that our iron trains do not get stuck, because right now it seems like I have made a mistake with the signals. So let's take a look. I think the mistake is probably here, where we still only have one track. So this is fine. Oh yeah, the bridge. The bridge is only one track yet, still. We can't change that over yet. Because it's... Wait, can't we? Wait a minute. Shouldn't we be able to? We can't get to this line yet, so we can't change it over yet. That's the reason. So we still have to use a single track here in both directions. Okay, then I guess we'll remove the signals on this. And we'll add them later. And they're moving again. Classic, yeah. Totally normal. This vehicle is probably not going to be used for anything. I don't want to get a replacement vehicle. We're just going to scrap it. Oh. Game crash. I did rail signals and the game did not like it. Let's see if we lost anything. Last autosave was 2 minutes ago. So we might have to go back and redo the signal at the bridge. I don't think we lost anything if at all. At least I'm hoping. It does take quite a while to load the lines in for me. I don't know why. Okay. I had it paused, and I need to remove these signals. Okay, that should do it. Speed up the game. I'm not sure if we're going to rework this area. Maybe. It's a nice convenient way for trains that go to the customs house to refuel and then go further towards this area. And now that we have a single train line going the other way, maybe it'll continue working. I don't know. I guess we could set it so that it's only one it's one line each. So they can go this way or they can go this way. Another demolition. Oh, rail construction. Okay. Sure. Refueling in our new area before loading iron. We don't have the turnaround loop yet, so that's quite the trip if you go here instead. The turnaround loop has to be here in this area. Somewhere in this location. Probably through the forestry area. So a train comes back, goes this way, and then wants to turn around into this track. It's a very steep hill here. A little bit too steep for that. I mean, it would work, but let's give it at least a little bit of a gentle slope, and then just hook up this. So that would allow trains from this area to come and refuel and then go back into a loading station without having to travel all the way to the farm area. Don't need to drop any signals into that. It's basically part of this junction. Excellent. Do need to assign the rail construction office to it though. Oh, they're demolishing that one next. Neat. Please build that. And continue building these if you can. Yeah, build them from both sides, it's fine. We got a waste truck standing around, meaning that we do have enough capacity carrying the waste away, at least if we are not producing at full capacity. I think the road will help a lot. It'll probably also be used by the buses, I think. First corner going down here instead. Might be a thing. More trains. More trains. What could go wrong? $644 tons of iron for each of them. More, well, let's wait a little bit until the trains get themselves sorted, I guess. Don't have signals here yet. We did build this recently, so things are getting a little bit out of whack. Right. Now you can go. Or is there another train heading this way? No, it's fine. Well, I guess one of the downsides is we don't have a waiting platform here, so hopefully they don't get in each other's way right now. This train has to wait over there until they are finished loading here, because of the lack of a waiting platform. Which will also hinder our construction trains, I guess. And our logging train, etc. More trains only after we have a double track. Give it some time. We also need the waiting platform. We're already running into a traffic jam right now. But I do believe we can tear this connection down now. And by this connection I mean... We do need this storage still. For the construction waste, otherwise we'll have an issue. And right now... we'll probably run into a problem, because it's not really connected anymore. Don't think we can start this successfully, yeah. Does not work. Construction train waiting too long because there's too much in its way. Alright, we'll have 2 trains at most. I can't send those trains out. We can have 2 trains because of the loading. Otherwise we'll have traffic issues. But more trains soon. Just gotta give it a little bit of time. What's going on now? Oh, okay. I see. Turn around. There you go. Ignore red. Go to depot. And you can ignore red too. So yeah, 2 trains at most, until we get the rest of the rail line hooked up again. Won't work right. Okay. Can you not? Stop. Well, that won't work then. Turn around. Oh, there's a construction train too. You go into the depot, please. Let the construction train do its thing right now. Demolishing a rail line. I mean, I could cancel this demolition task, but where's the fun in that? Ignore it. Okay, you're gonna go home. And you're not gonna go into the depot, but keep running. That's gonna be our 2 trains then. Very good. Next demolition. I'm gonna keep the rail construction open until I accidentally close it. That was the wrong button. Because I do need it to set up the construction tasks. And the demolition tasks. So the exit from this side is basically gonna go into both lanes again. The new lanes at least. And the train here is not gonna be a long one. So we don't really have to worry about distance too much. Something like that should be absolutely fine. Something like here. That'll allow the train that is moving the construction waste to, if it wants to refuel and come back, all leave this way. Should be all that's necessary for it. There's no more iron ore being loaded here. And then this one just connects here. And for this connection we have to wait until this whole knot has been untangled. Which will take a while before the construction trains get here. With a rail construction office that is close by, it would go much quicker, but it is what it is. I don't want to set up another rail construction office if I have to micromanage the waste disposal. That would be a little bit fiddly. As soon as the construction towards the eastern border here is done, we'll have a few more construction trains ready to assist with the tasks that we have set out. Mainly demolition, but yeah. I mean, I guess I could pause it. But they're so close already. I'll just let them do their thing. From above it looks like, why did you make it so squiggly and everything? But when you zoom down, it does look pretty good, I think. It does use the terrain. It's just hard to see from above. At least it tries to. Production isn't really that fast, is it? I mean, it's 200 tons. It should be 200 tons a day. But it doesn't feel like it. Glad you are back. The guy you just us over to was speaking your mother tongue, so hard for a poor Norwegian to understand. Hello, Hysator. Yeah, he did speak English when I moved you guys over, but he does stream in German. And I didn't see anyone else streaming, so thought it was the best option for maybe if you are interested in the game but don't care about language, but yes. I guess we'll flatten this out in preparation of probably a storage solution for this area. Might have to get rid of the gravel road for that. So maybe we should plan for a larger loading station too. Could have 4 trains loading at the same time. But if production is that slow, I don't know. Cannot store or export, yeah. Okay. So this would be a storage, then the train station would be next to it, and the road would go around all of it again. I think we're gonna do that. That means we have to send the trains back into storage for the time being. Let's move the iron trains into storage until we get that set up. Well, we can only do that once we have this built. And that is waiting on things right now. Okay, let's let the iron run for a bit. And plan things out without everything being in the correct way. So the question is 2 or 4 slots? Or 6 slots? We'd have our storage here. Elevated input on that side. How many trains? I don't know yet. I don't know. We don't know how many trains will be running. We just need to make sure it constantly loads trains and they constantly move out. I think 2 loading stations are probably fine, but I'll go for 4 this time. Just so we can make sure that... 6 then? Yeah, we can have 6. It just takes a lot of electricity, I guess. We'll go for 6 trains then. That will give us 6 waiting trains plus 6 loading trains potentially. And it reduces the time where no train will be loading to 0 with so much train capacity. 6 trains it'll be then. Maximum production potential. Indeed. So the new road would be somewhere around here. Coming down this way. We'd have our 6-lane loading station attached to that. With the storage connection over here. We might have to run 1 or 2 more wires here to allow for maximum loading speed. Probably another substation or something. I don't think I want the ability for the train line to run through this, but I guess we could maybe consider that at some point. This will all be removed and there will be a 2,000 ton storage, I think, which will be enough for 4 trains to have all the resources already available. Yeah. Do border connections count as using a research point? Do border connections count? No. No. Well, unless you have people living there, then yes. If we had people living in Savalas, that thing, people lived around here and we had a food store, then yes. The research for more of them. So you can settle people there and it can count as a settlement. It just doesn't count as a settlement for existing. Okay, now you're gonna go into the depot. Depot is full. Need to make some room. There, now there's room. Import-export connections for power liquids. Oh, you mean if the border connection research requires a research point to unlock it? Yes, they unlock a gameplay functionality, so they do require a research point. Anything that does not unlock anything other than more research does not cost as a research point, but new buildings, new gameplay functionality, a change in values like the reduction in pollution does all cost research points. I am considering making oil more difficult to acquire because currently oil only costs 1 research point, theoretically. Because the oil, the fuel and bitumen research are just fluff, they don't actually unlock anything. So you only theoretically need 1 research point to unlock it. Accidentally closed the window of the rail construction office again. Get rid of that. Go into depot. Thank you. Okay, that means this one is obsolete again. Gotta demolish it. Didn't last very long. But it's better to make the change right now before we start sending out tens or hundreds of trains to this. I don't think it's gonna be hundreds, but hey. Should be a quick rework. I guess we do have to demolish some train lines too. The train lines are gonna be the problem. Maybe I can set it up where the loading station is here and the storage is behind it. Because the rail lines are already coming down this way, so it would be kinda awkward if it wouldn't be set up like that. We'll see. I do need to clean up the room first here before I can plan that out. But the existing rail lines will have to be demolished. Ah, those snapping points, come on. Well, that way I guess. And I close the window again. Escape key is too strong. So if we have that train station here, we can probably connect all of them up. The train station itself is already 120 meters, so 150 wouldn't be too bad. Otherwise I have to mess around with like a corner here. That seems also possible, I guess. But yeah, we'll try and have the train station here and the resource storage behind it. That means that that's gonna be a little bit awkward. We'll see. Let's clean up the area first. We can also relocate this whole road and move it all back further instead of having... This doesn't need to be here. It could all be moved back further. So we could have this here and the resource storage across the train tracks. Maybe that would work. And then a road connection on the back of here to have access for the fire station. Maybe that one would look better. Train trying to turn around. Well, train lines are back. The signal will be moved onto the... Actually, the signal is fine. It just prevents trains from going out on this lane. We'll get rid of all of this road. Up to here. We'll have another road come around this way, and that will be our connection. And then this loading station might check in like this. And the resource storage could be on this side. Yeah, I think that will look okay. And these facilities should definitely be running if there's no train nearby. Probably one of the largest storages that we could put down will be good enough. This road isn't really planned yet, but I didn't want to have too many construction icons over there. This one we don't need, so I will cancel it to get rid of the icons too. Cleaning up some of our construction tasks right now. Road construction here, making good progress. Yeah, I mean, we would be at the harbor area. So right now we're considering the fact that we should flatten this out and get a small settlement down. Maybe over here. I don't really want to have a bus route to Segadoara, that would be way too long. So it would need to be a self-sufficient settlement, pretty much, to get this area started. So we shouldn't skimp out on any of the basic citizen requirements. You can travel through this tunnel, get that way, and back they can go this lane and back onto this road. We'll leave the main roads as they are right now. I'll put in some dirt road connections here and here, so they can swap lanes if they need to. Until we hook up proper one-way roads. I kind of want to build a high-density brick building town with these. But it would take so long to try and get it set up, I think. But I think we're going to do something like that. I will need to flatten out the area a little bit. But the old town, the start of the old town was kind of cool. And then we just filled the area up with too much other stuff and couldn't really fit in any other brick buildings. So we had a nice high density road here. And then the supporting infrastructure for it was just too much. Maybe I can find a way to hook it all together with some tunnels and pedestrian crossings and everything. Sounds good? Well, we'll see. We'll see how you sound in 20 hours when we've placed like 6 buildings or so, and I go, oh, now it looks okay. Let's do 2 more. We'll see what you sound like then. Okay, that gravel road was kind of difficult to get rid of. I mean, I guess that has been all of this stream that I've been doing, so there's not going to be that much difference then. Loading that side, elevated. Well, the road has to come from this side though. Let's delete it all after building it. I built it a square off. Let's delete it all, redo it. bring in the demolition office from all the way across the map and let's slowly demolish it. Yes. Okay. So that will allow us to get the rail line connections in, I think. We still have to remove all of this to split up the track into multiple waiting lanes, but this is basically what we're going to use. There's going to be 2 lanes splitting up into 3 waiting lanes each. And then they all combine through this one again. I think that's going to be okay. Alternatively, we could have another switch that divides them. I think I'm going to go with that. Hopefully we can hook everything up the way it's supposed to. This one should be fine. This one I'm not sure. Let's cancel that. And start it here too. Everything, please. Oh, it's everything. Okay. Let's assign it. I mean, maybe it makes sense to have a train line go through here and hook up into this. But I don't really want to have any resource traffic through our passenger line that much. Why are you stuck on that lane? So the train got in the way again. But you should have been able to... Okay. Got it. This one needs to be a... LED signal, so the trains, when they go back and try to get out of this area, they are allowed to. Otherwise they also see the other train standing there and won't go. I assume. Just a quick assumption. There's our construction vehicles. Recently repaired, back down to 0%. Let's move them over. All the way across the map back to the Lona. Constructing. Terraforming what we have planned in this area. And then we'll get a settlement here. And I will try to make the thing work with the brick buildings. We might use the brick buildings to enclose like 2 to 3 service buildings. And then try and use bus stops to allow the people to reach everything, but I don't know. This could require a lot of space. Sewage-wise, we can just dump it into the river, downhill. And water... We'll make our own water at some point. We'll start with like 500 people or so. 4 houses. And then when everything is in place and we have a repair station, we have a technical office, we have 2 construction offices for maintenance. They will be set for exclusive maintenance because I will use the construction offices from Sagadoara to do the rest of the construction. And then we should be able to start our town fully. It's basically going to be a frontier outpost kind of deal. This train is trying to build a train line. Oh, that's how they're building that. Okay. And that's why they're... No, they shouldn't be getting stuck this way. Still haven't started with any of this yet. Let's put that at a high priority so they remove it before all of the other ones. I don't know which order they are prioritizing this anyway. My worry is that they are removing these first and then they can't access this anymore, which would be slightly annoying. Three more pickups of construction waste from the gravel road. A lot more pickups here. And 4 more on this one. So we would have a very large iron ore storage here. Oh, not iron ore, but iron storage. Question is if it will connect fine or if we need another conveyor. Both things would be okay. And then this one would directly connect to the loading station. So probably about here. And then a road connection for both facilities on the back here. If it lets us. I guess we can build directly on the border. That avoids the whole issue with like refueling trains potentially blocking the emergency vehicles, because there will be a lot of iron ore stored, a lot of iron stored in this area, and if it burns down we would have to carry away approximately 5,000 tons of waste before we can rebuild it, so I would like to avoid that if possible. Yeah, it would be a lot of waste. Quite painful. Still not that demolition yet. I mean, we have a depot at least. That one just finishes it up. Very slow. Oh, are you demolishing? Yes, you are. Cool. I did set them to... No, they are still medium priority. I thought maybe they were at high priority and that's why they were prioritized, but they aren't. I did set this to high priority though. Let's cancel this demolition. Maybe that way they can actually prioritize this correctly. Cool. Love seeing the rail demolition work. Perfectly fine. I don't know if I cancelled any train routes here that could cause a problem with the currently running trains, but I mean they were still running fine, so presumably everything is okay. I wonder when they will get to the demolition task though. "50 days of construction left. Still have resources on your back. Might be able to finish it. Need another train for this one. It's 86 work days plus 29. Should also be doable with one construction task. As long as we have enough resources in the rail construction office when they started. It's gonna be close. One more delivery of waste, construction waste off of this road. No. Nicely done. Our loop also got built already. That'll allow trains to turn around if they need to. It's not really set up for iron trains, but they can use this lane if they for some reason try to refuel first and then go into the iron loading. At that point they are allowed to use the outer lane, I guess. Lots of demolition tasks, a few more rail construction tasks. We have these two, which have almost reached the border. And this one is getting a train right now. And the other one is the one going, I don't know where. Where's the other one going to? Oh, right. Waiting lane. Okay, and then they only have demolition tasks after that. So a lot of trains should be heading out to demolish a few things already. Looks like one of the trains might have gotten some repairs or something. Tabobina turned out quite nice. When I first built the intersection with the village around it, felt a little bit like an American Midwest town, but then, well, we use these kind of buildings, so it doesn't look like that anymore at all. Plus it has a museum and an indoor pool. Can't have everything, I guess. Farm has fuel again. Everything is set up correctly. Hopefully a good harvest next year. road has been demolished. Now we can demolish the asphalt road as well. Well, let's wait. Oh. It did not like me starting a demolition and instantly cancelling it for sure. Interesting. I realized that basically I wanted to cancel the demolition again because the other buildings weren't demolished yet. We lost a minute. 1 minute only. I wonder if that one's reproducible. Starting a demolition and instantly cancelling it. I'll have to wait for the building to be demolished before we can remove the road. Like the asphalt road, I mean. Dirt road should be fine. Two more waste pickups. Well, when will you decide to actually demolish these? Maybe we'll turn this into a... Maybe we'll just remove the signals on this. So demolition train can go in here and then also leave if it needs to. Not sure if that's a concern. I assume otherwise it would have already removed itself the assignment if it couldn't find a path and a way back, but I don't know. Maybe the game works in strange ways. Going here first. Metal scrap. And mixed waste. I don't have a pump between the fuel storage and the train station. But it should still work. So the road is done. Should increase accessibility to our waste storages up on the mountain. Still waiting for trains to go here. Do any of these? Oh, now they're starting. A little bit worried that you're doing that one first, though. Let's cancel those. Let's do them in order. Otherwise we will get stuck here. Cancel that one. These two and this one first. Let's see if they can figure that out. Hello Archer, welcome. We built something last stream, and this stream we're demolishing it again and rebuilding it. Looks like the building got removed. Now we can remove that road. A blue train. Lumber. Construction train. I assume you're trying to go to the rightmost lane. So that should be okay. Well, that's the way that you can go, I guess. Oh man, hopefully we don't have to tell all the trains to go into the right lane. Demolishing that one now? No. Building... no, that one. I guess maybe this one. I'll have to wait for the road to be removed before we can place the train track down correctly, I think. Maybe not. That is not correct. I'm missing one track. Get the conveyor in before this. Oh man. Why you gotta be so sensible? Thankfully the waiting platform doesn't have to be that long anyway. Rail connection done. Hello, Mr. Max. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome. Hope you had a good stream. Hope you enjoyed what you were doing. We're back in our republic. I did want to play more today, so yeah. Hello Sharyashu, welcome back. We're currently reworking one of our train loading areas. We've demolished most of it and now trying to put it back together. Mega Monkey was a little bit annoying, telling us that we should plan things before placing them down, so I guess we are following his advice and doing that, even though I don't want to. but sometimes it's a good idea. We need 5 work days to finish the rail construction here, apparently. We're rebuilding the first area that we built, which was an iron ore loading station here from the beginning of the game. Thank you for the raid back, yeah. Much appreciated. Let me give you a shout out. I'm done after an 8-hour stream. Looks like I'll be also doing 8 hours today, but I did put a break in after 5 hours, so... Yeah, good night to you. Thank you again for the raid. Have a good evening, have a good night. I might be doing a longer stream if I have another vacation again. But it would be basically, instead of taking a break, I would leave the game running and go eat something for 50 minutes. Also, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Construction finished. Well, we don't need the information anymore, but it basically tells us we're done. And some of the rare construction vehicles will be freed up. We already got our fuel cars, so... I guess that means that I can put down the signals now. Can put down the signals. I'll let the train go home first before we block it in. Okay, there we go. Everything signaled up and constructed. Let's continue that way. And that should do it. And fix the signals over here, I guess. Put that back to how it was. Five more work days, we can do that. Road demolition here is done, so let's put in the resource storage, I guess. Seems like it won't be too much of a problem. Would be nice if it could hook up that way, but... where's the road connection? That side. Okay, the road connection is in an awkward place. I'll probably use another conveyor engine, I think. Okay, there's only inputs on that side, but there's both on this side, in and output. But the road connection is on the other side completely. We can probably fit it in like that. We can put the rail connections in, that is. It's an awkward storage. I think we're gonna go for 2,000 tons then. Much better connection options on this one. I don't think that will be possible. I was thinking about trying to squeeze them together into 2 train lines again before going underneath. But they do need a place in between, I guess, to put down the pillar for the storage. We could use the smallest storage if it helps us place things down. 1,000 ton is what we had before. And 1,000 ton of iron is much larger than 1,000 ton of iron ore. I think this will be okay. Doesn't like that, does it? Guess we'll have to get rid of this road again. See if we can get the factory connection placed. By factory connection I mean the conveyor. While we're rebuilding, just in case there's a fire, they can attempt to get there over this dirt road. Not ideal, but yeah, it's okay. I hope they make the collision boxes smaller for the conveyor legs. Yeah, maybe. Could lead to other graphical issues. I mean, you can do silly things with areas that have a low collision blocks, like the brick bridge. I don't know exactly when you can do that, but maybe when it's already placed. I do remember that you could just clip through the bridge like this in some instances. But yeah, getting everything hooked up here is going to be the challenge. That connection needs to be made. Hopefully after we remove the road, we can get the conveyor in and then find a way for hooking all of these together. We need 150 meters length to make sure that the trains can wait here. So up to this point is necessary, 147. And after that we can merge them together. So this is basically a given. Okay, they did stuff. Cool. Gotta get rid of these two now, and I think that's it. And for that one, we have to turn the signal around. There we go. Maybe the refueling station will be better if all of this track is basically gone. We're just using this track then, and this is a refueling lane. Maybe it'll work. We're not making any iron right now. The construction waste is also running full. Haven't sent the train for that one out yet, but I think we would be set up now to do that. This train line looks rather wobbly. Did I not make a train for that? I thought I did. Construction. Oh, right. We put some other train cars in different areas because we didn't have any room anymore. So that one basically. Reset, reset. Alright, we still need that corner. And probably remove this thing. Yep, that will be the connection. Thanks, but it's already demolished. You don't need to bring workers here. I appreciate it though. Underground conveyors would be interesting, but they might be hard to balance. Two trains heading here to demolish that. One train heading here to build that, and a fourth train heading here to, well, demolish that, and a fourth train to build that. Road is gone. Snow is gone. Let's try the conveyor connection and see if we can hook everything up. Are you kidding me? Okay. Now for the train lines, which don't seem that difficult. Famous last words and everything. But there seems to be a decent amount of space here. That will hopefully allow us to fit them in place. I'm probably gonna redo everything. I just mean the laying of the tracks here. So this is where they should head out. And then the other lanes can connect into this before the conveyor bridge. Yeah, famous last words. Okay, measure. $160 meters, so this is enough distance. That train line looks super weird. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, got enough distance now. Got our loading station. And we got our conveyor engine in place. Okay. It'll take a while to build, but hopefully this will work now. This all got cleaned up. This is going to be removed, and this will... I think I'm going to rework that completely. Like, not completely, but like remove some of the track to rebuild it. It looks quite janky with the junction removed. Thankfully our rail construction officers don't have much to do right now. So they should be able to fit that in to their schedule. Okay, has been added. After that we can hook this up. I guess we can do that right now. Cancel that demolition. Get that one built. Yeah, we'll smoothen out this track a little bit. And once that one has been completely constructed, it should be possible to switch around the lanes to these two tracks and remove the rightmost one completely. A little bit of clap, yes. Just a little bit. So much fire. Well, that's quite a bit of population, but we still have 21 yolls out there on flat. Should be fine. I mean, the refueling station is also only 160 meters. I think we can have the road go back across here from this area. Put that back in place. Once this construction is done, we can put a road here. There shouldn't be a super long train for the refueling station. I think maybe we can have an extra train waiting here to refuel. If we can get 300 meters in, that might be possible. So that would be one train. We need 320 meters. It's not... No, it's too long. We would have to have the road over here, I guess, to make sure we could have a train waiting. But this distance is quite long for refueling. I'll probably put that in place. And we have a little bit of extra track here for refueling trains to wait. Yeah. Otherwise it would be a bit wasted. That forest is really performance intensive. And I don't think it's because of the trees. I hear engine noises all the time here. Oh, it's because this train is trying to leave still. It's honking its horn all the time. It's waiting for this line to be built, I guess. I mean, I guess I can leave the connection here for the iron ore down to this loading station. Not sure why, but demolishing it also doesn't benefit me. Unless I get a direct factory connection in, then we don't have to do maintenance on that building every now and then. Almost ran full on construction waste. Okay, that train is going to the same area. Should be doable. Oh, right, we don't have signals on that one yet. That's why it's getting confused. But should they reach this area, then yes, we can put down signals. Probably need 2 construction tasks to finish that lane. Do you really want to demolish that one? Yes, it looks a little bit weird. That would break our trains, I think. I mean, I guess it looks well lived in and stuff, but this lane is going to be removed completely on the outside after we take this as our active track. Didn't quite get to the signal area. Oh well. Next construction task, I guess. Stop honking. Wait, that was a grey train. What grey train is waiting too long? What's going on? Do we have a problem here? Ah, that seems fine. That seems fine. Don't see an issue here. Okay, stop complaining. What's going on? 49% happiness, 70% lifespan. I don't think I built a pollution monitoring station in this area. Oh, I did. Well, it's a little bit of pollution, but not that much. So I would say that pollution isn't the issue. We do have quite low life expectancy though. Waste is being handled. Water, sewage is in place. We do have drinking water. 0.5 cubic meters is quite a lot. Not sure what's using that much water in this village. I don't know. Colata eludes me. I have no idea what they're complaining about all the time. I really like doing construction tasks before demolition tasks, I guess. So this whole track is basically obsolete. That means we also have to rework the connection to the customs house. Yes, I've noticed that too. Okay. Might make sense. So these two tracks merge into one and then split up into all three. So I guess it wouldn't be a problem to just get rid of this. Except of course that the connection over here is not set up for that right now. Oil train does not matter. The lumber train matters. It's almost as if they had demolition jobs. Yeah. Oh, you built that one. Cool. Very good. Yep, 160 meters. Should be good enough for our trains that we expect in this area. Let's put down the signals here. And we might be able to have a train waiting. Plus another one. Nope, one train. That's not enough room for another one. But yeah, we can have one train waiting while another one refuels. So at least we will have that. Get rid of this dirt road. Construction should be done soon. They're building it with manpower apparently. Should use a roller. Okay. Once the road is done, we can put the other connection in and have it built from both sides. Should provide additional fire safety. There could be a train waiting here, but yeah, I think that's fine. We have 3 trains refueling at the same time. So we can have a thing or 2 burn down and it'll be fine. Unless it's the train depot, then it would be problematic. Speaking of 2 trains refueling at the same time. Oh no, that's the waste storage, never mind. The refueling point is here. It's actually quite a lot of waste. But yeah, burning everything down is still the right choice. Hey, I got excited. I thought our refueling station was used by 2 trains at the same time. Still no demolition. On this side, we basically need a new outgoing track that turns this way. So we have to remove these. We will have to temporarily disable the lumber train to get that in place, because that one is constantly running. And I guess the fuel train. But that one doesn't have that much to do. We'll just deactivate the lumber train and get that corrected after we have everything else built. And I guess demolished. So this line is now done. No signals here yet, but we can move the construction waste train out. Hello, L Smoke and Tea. Welcome. We'll let this train sit here. And wait. And the lumber train will do the same thing. Pause it and let it wait. Pause. Traffic jam of buses is never good. Building maintenance, I guess that happens sometimes, sure. No problem. Yeah, for these small deliveries, the distribution office is nice. For larger deliveries, routes are definitely better. The only exception is, I guess, bringing in all the crops during harvest. We'll also pause this train so it doesn't go when we are deciding to rebuild this. Can you, like, demolish this, please? Should be fine. Oh, right. There's a train up here. Does that count as one block? It does. Well, that's the problem. And now I unassigned the construction tasks again. Great. There was a train heading here trying to build that. Five-year plan is over, guys. We're not going to do it anymore. It's gone. 2050. Nice. I played all night and today things are not working the way it used to be. It used to. Yep. If you're playing with everything enabled, things are quite different, especially with regards to waste management and maintenance and vehicle repairs, and you gotta think about so many more things, and I love it. Do I want this junction? Sure. Things are getting more complicated. Oh, there was a train heading here. Well, you're heading back, so let the other train through. Just like real infrastructure. Now we just need maintenance of everything else, like roads and trains, rails and everything. Get everyone really annoyed. Oh cool, got that connection in. We don't really need that signal. Special track inspection train, yeah. And like potholes that increase wear and tear on your vehicles if you don't do road maintenance and stuff like that. So you can skimp out on infrastructure, but at some point it's going to cost you an extra wear and tear for vehicles. Okay, these two things. And then we have these two. And then we have all the loading bays connected. It'll take a lot of electricity in the area. We most definitely will need another substation. This loading station takes a bit. 3.5 megawatts, so we would need 3 substations with underground wires to provide enough electricity. Presumably if we have another one with an above ground wire we might have enough. But the loading is not that fast for us because we don't have that many resources. I guess they do pile up in the storage. Maybe they will try to draw as much electricity as possible. Like basically this area was also consuming a lot of electricity. And now instead of a 2-lane loading station we have a 6-lane loading station. Or 6-track loading station. No demolition train yet. We do have a construction train heading here though. Haven't had the warning about lack of food in a while. So maybe the storage has filled up enough. Oh, everyone's dead. One of the two. Since we have 21-year-olds without their own flat, I assume people are still alive. Let me write down a suggestion that I want to make. Alright. I'm just relearning old stuff. I have a coal power plant and storage connected to it. I purchased coal for the plant and storage. The coal was totally used up in the plant before any coal moved from the storage. Yes. If you want coal to be shoved into your power plant, you need to use a conveyor. If you have a storage connected to a building, it does not move the resources over automatically. Example, because it's dark right now. We have our rail construction office over here. And it's directly connected with a conveyor. Maybe you can see it. This one is full on gravel. And the internal storage does not fill up further. This is from demolition tasks and so on. So if you want gravel from here to move into the building and use the internal storage, you need a conveyor in between. Or you need trucks to unload into this building, because the trucks will also unload into adjacent buildings through the connections. But if you bring it by another factory connection, or conveyor or something, it does not push into the next building. Same for pipes with oil. I don't know when that was changed, but it's been quite a while, I think. Is that a demolition? No. I have conveyor connected. Yeah, conveyor is a passive building though. We need a conveyor engine. The conveyor does not pull resources automatically. So for example, if I go back to the rail construction office, we also have a conveyor connected. It was a very small one though. This is a conveyor. But it's not moving the gravel over automatically. We need one of the conveyor towers, the conveyor engines, these ones. They can push resources to the next building. For example, here we have a coal storage with a conveyor engine, and the coal power plant is always full. So here we use an engine to push the coal from, to pull the coal from here and push it into the next building. But just a conveyor belt by itself does not push resources. The engine provides the electricity and the power. Okay, got that constructed. Now, this becomes completely obsolete. We only need these two and this. This lane, all obsolete. We just need to change this junction right now. And then we can remove the rest here later. So the last thing we need to do is basically change this one to go here. And then we have everything set up. I think. Except the signals. Right. Close the window for the rail construction office again. Get a room. Demolish that one, build a new rail connection, and then we can run our new 2-lane track. And yes, this is now complaining because it can't go where it wants to go, since we're demolishing that piece of track. Well, at least the vehicle is heading out to demolish this, so hopefully it'll get done soon, and then we just pull in the new rail connection. Sorry. We need to change this one, not this one. This one is the one we need to change. What happened to the train tracks? What the hell? This one needs to go, and yeah. Cancel that demolition. Demolish all of this. And then we have to go from here to here. Oh god. This is looking a little bit weird. Maybe we should get rid of all of it. We'll probably do that and rebuild this one too. That looks really janky. So to run it, we only need one track. To make it look good, we need one more. This will prevent the rail construction vehicles from moving back and forth easily, but they can still go through the customs house connection, I guess. Coal delivery. Oh. Yeah, that's Hellas coal. Never mind, Hellas should be fine. We don't have any coal deliveries towards Krasna by train. Hellas coal delivery should be okay. I might have to use these multi-lane loading stations a lot more, because you can hook up construction waste, you can hook up metal scrap. They're quite convenient. Usually I try to have like one station each, but these multi-loading connections are a lot more convenient. Yeah. To get here you can use that lane, but not to get out. To get out you have to go here and then turn in. Okay, last two constructions for the rail line. But we need our storage, we need our conveyor engine, and then everything is in place. Traffic jam of a truck. More building maintenance, should be fine. Thanks, I'm having a similar problem with the fuel plant. The plant is full, but things don't move to the storage then, to the load-unload station. Do I need a pump between the plant and the storage, and pump between the storage and the station? So for the fuel, it's pretty much the same. The fuel building is its own production facility. It will fill itself up before it starts pushing to adjacent buildings, because it's an active building. If you want the fuel station to, the fuel power plant, the oil refinery to always be empty, you need an oil refinery, a pump, and then the storage. But it should work with oil refinery directly into storage. It just needs to fill the oil refinery up first. From the loading station, I'm using a direct connection. So for example, we have fluid loading, unloading and loading here. And we unload directly into this storage tank. So if the tank is directly connected, it will work. So here you can see a setup of just passive buildings. The vehicle can move in, unload, and push it into the next building through this pipe. And then we have our loading station for vehicles. So vehicles can drive in and suck the fuel out of an adjacent building. What you can't do is have a storage building next to another storage building and then hope that when this one fills up it pushes to the next building. It won't do that. For that one you need an active connection if you want to hook up multiple of these. But active buildings like the loading station and unloading station for trains or for vehicles, or the oil refinery itself, they will push into adjacent storages. Those buildings will do that. if you have a production building, if you have a loading or unloading station, those buildings usually push into an adjacent storage. If you have a storage building, those buildings will usually not push into another storage building. But a connected loading or unloading station to a storage building can pull from an adjacent storage. Really? Gravel ran out of fuel again. I did build a refueling station for you, you know? Don't. Great. Well. To be safe, we might just have to build a refueling station here then, I guess. It's gonna be annoying, but might be the only way. Or just route it through an end station, I guess. So it always refuels. Oh, now you can find a refueling point, great. And it's my new refueling station, but apparently it's still out of range. In rare cases. I don't know. Guess we'll figure something out at some point. Right now I don't want to worry about it, because it's like a 200-meter section of track where it can run out of fuel. And then we just move it a little bit and it figures itself out. We will have to change it, but not right now. Oh, you're demolishing. Are you? Yes. Excellent. I assume you're demolishing. Yes, you are. Go ahead and do that, so we can get the last rail connections in place and open up our track. Still want to clean up this route. Very much so. This looks like jank. This looks not so good. We'll put that in place. We'll remove the other one too. Rebuild it. And then we're ready. And we cleaned up the area. And the rest of the track we should be able to remove later. Don't need to do that right now. These tracks have all been built. Just need the conveyor engine, last conveyor, and storage. And then we can continue producing and bring back the trains out to the train line. This has also been demolished, so we can clean that one up with a nice section of track. They can still get here. As I said, they can turn around at the customs house basically, move in and then turn around. So they are not blocked in for the lack of these train lines. But yeah, this is old train line. Definitely needs to be updated. We have nothing else to build in this area, so I believe we can set up the signals now. Before we start running everything. Okay, and these ones will be turned around. They are now the new tracks. I'll have to demolish that bridge and the outer lane. Oh, right. We still need the connection here too. To this track. Can't forget about that one. Well, let's build this one first. We have a train coming here right now. That lane, yeah, that's fine. What a mess. Trains are supposed to refuel automatically? Yes, they can refuel automatically. They are looking for train stations to refuel on. You can use automatic. You can use a train end station to force to refuel them. Otherwise, they will go and look for a refueling station. Not sure why you're stuck. Why are you stuck? Still red. No, it's green. Good. Temporary bug, I guess. We do need a signal here to speed things up a little bit. I might have removed them at some point, those signals, and that might have had a purpose, but right now I feel like those signals should be in that place. And if we have to change them back to remove them, we can do that, but let's let it run right now. Should increase throughput of the junction a little bit. Is this one still assigned? Yes, train is heading here right now. This one is being demolished, but the train decided to move through it, which is fine. This one has already been built, which is good. That means the lumber train could move out again. Can't come back right now though. Yeah, once this construction is done, we'll hook up the other lane. This one will therefore need to be a chain signal because there will be 2 train lines coming off of this. And you can move home. After that is in place, the gravel train can start running. If trains weren't supposed to refuel automatically, I don't think we would have that many trains. We have 3 pages of trains running right now. Well, 2 pages. I guess the last page is empty. Two pages of trains running. I wouldn't want to try and refuel them all manually. That would get on my nerves quite quickly. Okay. Next construction vehicle getting here to demolish the last train track. We are out of steel again. Okay. In Hellas, which I guess makes sense since we're building... I don't know how much steel the new train station needs. 111 tons. And a few tons for the conveyors and the other storage, I guess. Okay, let's wait for that train to get here and demolish that. And then we'll put the other track in its place, wait for it to get built, and then send out the trains again. Because that should now actually, with that one, be the last construction task that we have. Hopefully. Then we can send all of these trains out to do their stuff again. I like this design quite a lot. The train station with the road going around it, hooking up all the buildings. If it had a bridge, then I guess it could be a run-through station, and this is an end station. You're loading 200 tons of steel, right? Slowly, but yes. Oil price going up even further. Our oil price right now is at, okay, still at 1.7. Doesn't register. Crops are 9, so 5 times cheaper. Oil is 5 times cheaper, so it doesn't really do anything for us. Man, trying to run everything with like rail construction offices within 4 kilometers of each other. I don't know if I would like doing. I guess they would have to be within 8 kilometers of each other because each rail construction office would have 4.5 kilometers range. So you could build them relatively far away. If you're running straight tracks, I guess. My tracks are pretty curvy these days and do take up a lot of space. We don't have to wait for the gravel train, but we do have to wait to rebuild this one. So if the demolition finishes, we'll put the new track in, wait for that one to be rebuilt, and we're in business. Until we do have to wait for the gravel train, because otherwise the iron mine and the processing plants can't continue working if we're stacking up on construction waste. Very good. That will all stay one block. That one has a train heading here right now, and I guess this one is the building the track for the construction waste train, the gravel train that I misnamed. Yep, that one is done. So last section of track to be built. Nope, that was the train heading home, I guess. But there's a train heading here. Won't take too long. And we do have 500 tons of construction waste space left before this becomes an issue. So we can have at least 4 trains in the loading station. We really have to make sure that this area doesn't run out of electricity. That's the main concern. There will probably be a substation here just for the loading station with an above ground wire. Giving us a lot of electricity in the area will be really useful. Guess we'll have to cut over the train line here. Somewhere like that. And yeah, I don't know why this forest lags that much. It's quite curious. Pretty hard to see. We'll get that in as a power connection, and hopefully that'll provide enough electricity for the loading station to work without problems. And if not, then we have to draw another line. 3 point whatever megawatts it was is quite a lot. I think it was 3.2 or was it 3.7? Something around that. 3.5. We have 2.45 plus 1.5 for the 2 different wires. But we are kind of limited by the high voltage wire at 5 megawatts. Should be enough electricity for the area, but if we have 4 trains in there loading at full speed for all of them, it would be a lot of demand, I guess. You can build that track. And then we can send the construction waste train out, because it doesn't need to turn left on the junction that we're still fixing. Once all the trains are running, we can start demolishing the unused lanes. Need to make sure that everything is basically not using the old waypoints anymore, because that could get in the way of things. We'll put down a mixed signal here now, separating this area out. Then we have our waiting platform. A gravel recycling plant is probably going to be a good idea at some point. Especially with the coal construction waste, the iron construction waste, the processing construction waste for all of those facilities. Last section of track. Okay, then let's send out the trains again, I think. Right, we need to edit that line to have the stop again, because we rebuilt that one. Iron into export. Wait until loaded. The train is partying. Which train? What? Hello, lucky leader. Welcome. Okay, you can move again. You can move again. Krasna iron export. Move out. And you. All 4 trains out again. The one building the track. Oh yeah, it was moving back and forth. It went here, it turned around looking for a way back, but it couldn't, so it turned back around and actually went that way, because that was the only direction it could move. And that's the way of construction trains, I guess. You're supposed to only hold iron. Did we set wait until loaded? Yes, we did. And we have iron ore. Slowly. So now we can have a lot of trains here. We'll need a lot more engines. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus another engine. Iron ore export. No more construction waste. That would be 5 trains. And I guess now it's time to start the demolition of the other track as well. Wait a second. What's going on here? That should do it. Maybe we should do the bridge first. Let's demolish the bridge first. I need the rail construction office again to do that. And I close the window. That's a lot of workers. Love it. The triple bridge will be no more. It's now going to be a regular double bridge. I mean, we can have 6 trains waiting in the loading gate by itself. That might be enough. Maybe we don't need any more trains. Where's the engine? Why can't you move back? What's going on? Uh-oh. Forgot something. Is it a signal? You're heading back out. You're our logging train. You're supposed to go that way. Onto this. Should be able to do that. That way, that way. Wait. Yeah, that's right. Chain, regular, chain, regular. Okay. Oh, right. You still have the waypoint in your line. That's the reason. Get rid of those waypoints, please. There you go. I did say it and then I forgot about it. Yeah, I guess these loading stations are pretty good. You don't need a storage anymore. You just have this full of trains, and if you make sure there's like at least 6 trains here, who needs a storage? It's running pretty well. We're using 0.5 megawatts right now, but if productivity goes up, that might increase. There is more iron ore here, so they shouldn't be limited on resources. And the iron ore is also full. So it's just the productivity of the workers that is restricting throughput right now. Could have a settlement, basically bringing workers to this. Right now it's Hellas. We have 6 buses for 400 seconds. 2 buses would be 120, so times 3 would be 360 seconds. We would need 1 extra bus to make sure we have a constant flow of workers here. But maybe we can improve that flow with some traffic signals. Or, yeah, this one for example. This one is still the main road, but yeah, these ones have to wait if there's any vehicle coming in that way. And where's the other engine? Is it stuck at the customs house? Yes, it is. Please move over here. I want to assemble another train. Krasna iron export, please. We do have the old iron ore export. And we have the old iron export before we redid the loading station. So this was a good idea, Mega Monkey. 6 times loading station feels like overkill, but it's actually really good because you can make sure that there's always a train in this loading. But the little buffer storage was still also okay, but it's not necessary. Okay, you're waiting. You're all waiting. What's going on here? So this is blue. This one, okay, this one is... Why are you in that one, please? Why is your... Oh, I know why. Oops. I redid the line and forgot to change the waypoint. So you have to move out of the way, please. Go back to grain storage, thank you. Traffic jam otherwise. But it does mean that our third farm has actually produced enough to send the train out here, which is good. Next attempt it should go into the correct line. That's not the correct one. It needs to go into the third one, not the second. This one. This is the second train. Okay. And that one is also fixed. Very nice. And yeah, still more fields to place, but so far it's looking okay. Farm has all of the fields assigned, -1 for next year. And we have a lot of terrain to still fill with fields, I guess. Probably even that one, with a small dirt road going across. But right now we have enough crops. What are you complaining about? Waypoints, right? Yep, remove the waypoints, try without. There you go. Bridge going away. Other demolition includes this rightmost track. All of these. Oh, never mind. We did not hook up this side correctly yet. Well, this one has to also go into these two and not these two. So there's a little bit of extra rework to be done before we can call it complete. Hey, is this realism mode? Yes, it is. We've been playing realism mode. Hello, that looter. And yeah, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. We're playing realism mode with a few self-imposed challenges as well. Guess we have to rework those tracks. I could put a switch here, route them through one lane, the outer lane, get the inner one reworked, and then redo the other one. Because the vehicles all go here to refuel, so I would like to have as few interruptions as possible on the customs house line, I think. Get the construction office. Crazy how many hours? Probably about 200 in that run. At the least. Probably more. We started in 1960 and we've played 90 in-game hours with like 2 to 3 hours each per year, I think. I don't remember. We built this up, removed the inner track, fixed the inner track, and then removed the outer track, fixed the outer track. Should be able to do that without interruption. What is different about realistic mode? Realistic mode means you can't quick build things and you can't quick buy things. So you can't say please place this track and build it with with money. It doesn't work. You have to use machinery, you have to use workers. So realistic mode is basically buying all the resources at the customs house and bringing them to a construction site. And we've been doing that for a while. We've been slowly spreading out across the map. Good progress so far. The other self-imposed restriction that has slowed things down is basically the no distribution offices challenge. So we are not using any distribution offices in this map whatsoever. No rail distribution and no road distribution offices. Everything is a line. The only exception is, I guess you can still use technical offices, which are similar to a distribution office, and the other thing is we still allow ourselves to use forklift garages because they're pretty specialized. So anything that doesn't have distribution office in its name is fine, I guess. Oh yeah, we'll also build a tunnel here. Oh, that one isn't set up. We also like building very large bridges every now and then. Larger junctions. And lots of trains. We like trains here. I've also made a self-imposed challenge, another one, that I call low-tech. I made a Steam guide for that. Maybe I should make a Twitch chat email message that you can send to get to the guide. Basically, in the game they added research. So once you have a university, you can perform research. And you have a lot of research options available. What my challenge is called low-tech. And that means you need to have research points to do a research. Since we have 11 settlements and 12... We have a few settlements and we have some amount of population, we have a certain amount of research points. So we can't just research whatever we want. And the limitations are, each settlement gives you 1 research point. So in this case, Hellas, for example, is 1 research point, all of this. Karasna is 1 research point. And then every 2,500 people, citizens in your republic, you also get another research point. So we have 12 research points from that. And we have 11 settlements. So in total we have 23 researchers. And we used all of them. Slows the game down a bit. Researches that do not cost anything are those that do not unlock anything other than other research. So for example, for an oil refinery you need the bitumen and the fuel research. But they don't unlock anything, their only purpose is to act as a buffer research. So theoretically you could unlock the oil refinery with a single research point. But we don't use oil refineries here. They are dirty. I think the oil refinery is very strong, so we're usually skipping it. We will set up a steel refinery though, a steel mill I mean. Since we have iron and coal now, we could start a steel mill. Those trains will all be able to repair in our depot over here, if they need to. We do have another train going out, also onto the same route. That means we now have 6 trains, I think. 5 trains. Didn't we have 6? I guess not. 5 trains, okay. Yeah, the ore processing definitely reduces the amount of trains that we have running. Wait, did I remove the wrong one? I removed the wrong one. It's fine. That's the way it is. No backsies. We're not going to rebuild those bridges. They are okay. What we are going to do is remove this stuff. We've built that one. That means we can route our traffic for this area through one rail line, which will be the outer one. That means we can remove the inner one too. Build it in tighter here, and then relocate the other one. So we should be able to rework this junction without interfering with the traffic flow. How do I grow my population? Mine is growing too fast. I just ignore it. We have 500 people without their own flats, and they basically just sit there, and I don't care. I don't really care that much about it. They basically sit inside a university hall of residence until they either can find a building or they just leave the Republic. So we are producing extra population with some added emigration, I will call it. So they are emigrating. Nice, okay, I've been avoiding it, but they want too much. Yeah. I can just ignore it. Seems to be working okay. Two engines win. Where are you going? Oh, refueling, right. But yeah, if you're trying to keep up with population growth, you're not gonna have a good time, because if you do everything right for your citizens, then they will always outgrow your construction speed, basically. Because if you keep up with the population growth, the population is going to grow and the population growth will also grow. So it's always going to keep going exponentially. It's going to turn into a problem. Test of the loop. Very nice. Yeah, they're 99% happy. Can't build the infrastructure in the houses fast enough just because of water limitations. Yep. You don't have to grow as fast as your population. If the housing market can't keep up, I mean, we don't have a housing market, but if the housing construction projects can't keep up, then so be it. It is what it is. Unless you're trying to do that as a challenge, like if you're trying to push for trying to keep all of your people. That would be quite difficult, I think. What's going on here? Broken down personal car. 66%. That's fine. How are our logging cars doing? They all have an owner, and they are all driving to the logging camps to work there, so That one is working fine too. I feel like the area with trees is especially laggy. Alright, thanks man, I'm going out for dinner, see you around I'm sure. Yep, have a good dinner. Enjoy your meal. Take care. So glad we finally reworked most of that rail area. We still have a few things to correct, but trains are running and there's no more traffic jam here, which is nice. Construction waste is being dealt with. I'll just leave those connections here in place. We will have to do maintenance on that building every now and then, but that's fine. And yes, we can have a lot of iron trains in this area. This was definitely the right choice with this station. It doesn't matter that they don't load that quickly if they're in parallel. The good thing is that we won't get any traffic jam warnings for them standing around. I don't know if they're currently going through the waiting area. They are. So that's okay. They're free to pick either of those two lanes. And other trains that we bring to this area will have to choose the other one. So basically this one. We have to set up for it to choose to go through here, so it avoids the iron trains if they wait on this side. Avoid the traffic jam. The one thing I didn't do correctly, however, is that I do not have a way to put a signal here to tell the iron trains to have both available. I can either pick this one or this one. So the entrance will have to be moved back a little bit so I can put a signal down. But that's for later when we need a lot of trains, I guess. It's not necessary right now. Rail demolition done. Very good. Next one. I hope we get a way to pin or somehow add the rail construction office to our HUD, like the construction offices. I use it quite often. That's a new corner. And we'll have to do that twice. But yeah, then we can remove this whole track. Up to here. All the way down here. Okay, let's start terraforming this a little bit. Just to get most of these bumps away and have an ability to put down a settlement here without having to worry about elevation too much. The road connection will have to be an interchange again somehow. Probably trumpet, just connect across, use this area here. Maybe use the elevation from that hill to go across it. Since we're making a brick building city, I think we're gonna get maybe a brick bridge in, if we can. If it will let us. Would be nice if it did. We might have to make the roads fit this though. Yeah, I think we have to make the bridge first and then fit the road underneath. Pillars are a little bit tight and narrow, so I don't think we can fit that in otherwise. It actually needs to push out instead of me pushing it in. We need to get the elevation here to stick out forward. That's what I mean. So the bridge looks a little bit better. On one side at least. That is 52 meters to 41, so about 12 meters in bridge height. Which would be about that. Let's not make it too steep. So we could use that as a bridge. Then we'd have an off-ramp here, an on-ramp here, and this one would turn around to allow the same thing on the other side. Make sure that the terrain here doesn't lower down more than it should. Put the road in place first. Put another road next to it, and then we can flatten this a little bit. Or rather smoothen it out for the off-ramp. And then we have to do the same thing again on this side. I wonder if there's a way to smoothen that out even more. Right now the construction is a little bit awkward. Trying to make nice connections. I wonder if you can use something like this maybe to get a nice off-ramp started. No. Pretty steep, but it'll do. Something like that. That would be the off-ramp and the junction for this area. Can choose either side. And we'd have a brick bridge. Can start building that, I guess. Should be doable with machinery, so they don't have to bring workers all the way here. Hopefully we can build that junction and then start setting up the settlement. That would be something to do next time. I don't know why you get stuck here. There's no other train in the way. This red signal is a... It's not true. There's no train here. Heating plant Zwei in Sagadawara was on fire. Vehicle repair station. Another train waiting too long. Okay, that was temporary. We only have one train line hooked up for the waste unloading. We have the road connection on the other side. Now we could still not hook up both. Doesn't work for us with the factory connection. Is this set up the way it is? Let's see if they rebuilt this line. They have. Means we can take down this one. And we need the rail construction office again. Lots and lots of rail rework today. But everything seems to be coming together. Falling into place. These ones can be removed too. That'll do. And on this side, we have to remove this whole track. Alright, and then this one is missing. And the reconstruction of the building of the new corner. That one is not as urgent. Well, it's gonna be a little bit difficult getting a high density brick town going. We'll try and make it work. Not today though, I'm just preparing the area. We'll do that at some other point. I'll try not to terraform too much. Just trying to get a somewhat smooth starting point in. We'll try and follow the terrain a little bit. As I said, the initial settlement will be relatively small, but it should already follow the idea of a brick settlement with high density. There will be no way for people to get to a different settlement. So we also have to bring all the resources and satisfy all of the demands of our people locally. And the idea is, we have, for example, a settlement here. Something along the lines of this. I would like to build this fairly high density. Building to building. And we have to place the buildings first, because once the roads are down, we can't drop the buildings down anymore. So right now, this is possible if I don't have the road here. Don't think this was possible, but footpaths can be placed. But yeah, this is basically the density that I was going for. Same on the other side, but we have to place it before the road. And try and build a town with that kind of layout. Having some room in between the houses for waste storages, maybe. So let's say about that one. And then maybe a waste storage here for the road that goes through. If you get the general concept of this, it should be a fairly high density urban area. And we have to fit a place for shopping, we have to fit a place for the kindergarten, the school. And the problem with this is, it places all so neatly, but only if you don't have the roads in place. For diagonal it does the same. So we need to figure out a layout, remove all of the roads, place all of the buildings, and then place the roads back down. That's why this is kinda tricky to do. But it should be way larger than our initial Hellas settlement in regards to how far we're going to go with the brick buildings. And behind the brick buildings are basically going to be shopping center, kindergarten. So we will have a squared off area with some services inside. Yeah, as soon as you start thinking about changing things, the already placed roads are going to get in the way. And that's unfortunate. I will try and make something work. Don't demolish that. We'll try and get that to work somehow. They're already building the roads here. Next junction, or next corner rather. This one. And yeah, once that is in place, the other lane completely unnecessary. That's not supposed to happen. Refueling train moved out here with not enough room. There's a construction train here in the way. This is a chain block. This is a chain block. I don't know how to... Oh, this is a regular block. Here's the issue. I don't know what you're trying to build, but try it. Got it. Try again. Turn around. Demolishing that one probably. Or the other one far back, but one of them. The more trains leave, the faster the loading process gets for the other trains that are still here. But this is definitely a train station that could be really useful for a coal mine. Might be possible to set up the unloading for the steel mill that way without storages. So have the same thing in reverse, where you have like 3 unloading stations for the iron and 3 for the coal in the same train station that all go into the steel mill directly without any local storages. I mean, this is making really quite good money. 200,000 US dollars approximately before the conversion. Not as much as lumber, but still decent amount. This is now set up correctly. Why do I want to change that bridge to match the other one? No, don't do it. Alright, you gotta change lanes. Turn around. Start demolishing stuff on that side. Don't know why the other one got unassigned. Oh, yeah, I don't know. We will have to get rid of the switch again. Otherwise they're always got to pick the tightest corner, which is going here and then on the inside, which would block the other trains. But I guess it doesn't really matter for that junction, does it? Because they're all going to the same block here anyway. I could make this one go here and fix it. That's probably a better idea. We'll connect it back to this end. No, that's stupid. We have a double track here. This does need to go here. And then from here we can switch over. And after that, remove that one. Remove that switch, force every train to be in the correct lane, and then everything is in order. And yeah, then we can also remove that section. And keep this junction. This switch. Ran out of meat again because of vehicle maintenance, I guess. Where is the refrigerated truck right now? Getting vehicle repairs, apparently. They are working, it's just taking a while. It's probably time to add another small refrigerated truck to add to that line. Well, we don't have small trucks on the west. Segadawara meet inner city. Well, we did a lot of rail construction today. And now I think I'm happy with the loading station for iron. I don't think right now we need more trains, but as soon as we start increasing the distance, we can have a lot more trains on the network without having to worry about traffic. Because this is so robust. Can have a lot of trains waiting here, loading at the same time. The balancing of the trains might get out of whack a little bit. But if we basically run full on iron storage, we add another train, and then we add another train, and add another train. As soon as we start supplying to our, as soon as we start supplying iron towards our steel mill. We're almost making 80 million in tourist income. We are running on prices divided by 100, so it's reduced a little bit. That corner looks way out of whack. I feel like I gotta change it. Doesn't really match this junction, does it? No. That looks better. But yeah, I think I'm going to put a cut in here for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more workers and resources. Our population went down quite a bit. We don't have as many 21-year-olds anymore without their own flat. I don't think we have any issues, but maybe we do. Wonder if we have any pollution issues in this area right now. Let's take another look. Oh right, we also wanted to relocate the heating plant. I guess we're going to do that next time. Could have a heating plant here. Heating plant, maybe coal unloading next to it. I don't know. And then heat pumping station into Kurasna, getting rid of the pollution in this area. It's currently being produced by a heating plant running at full capacity. We will check that out next time. But yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We will be raiding someone called the Beppo, I think. Just so you're aware. I'll be back tomorrow, streaming more workers and resources. Until then, have a good Saturday afternoon, have a good Saturday evening. Wish you all the best, take care, and as always, maybe I'll see you next time.